Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another first impressions video. In today's first impressions video, we are talking about my brand new and improved battle belt setup. And before we get this video started, there are no sponsors to the channel right now. How you can help me out is commenting down below, hitting that subscribe button. That stuff actually really does help. And then also, I got the B channel FF Lifestyle. It's actually growing right now. There are 288 subscribers and man, it feels good. I'll put a card up in the right-hand corner of your screen. It's got adventure content. If you want something different, it's not your hipster overlanding build. This stuff is travel, skateboarding, longboarding, random reviews, mountain biking, fitness stuff, everything in between. There literally has to be something over there that you like. So hit that card, give me a subscribe, and pass it around. I really, really appreciate it. I am going to show you guys my email of when I purchased this. May 22nd. What a time to purchase from T-Rex Arms. I can't do this video and not talk about this. I show you that because almost, geez, it feels like immediately after that, not even 2 weeks, this entire thing has come to light that everyone has seen about T-Rex Arms. I purchased this product before knowing that because I truly feel that this is one of the best battle belts around, and the reason why I feel like that is I have been running an Orion for the past 7 years, and man, sometimes I get so over this community. Personally, I don't feel good about ever really, unless something else comes to light, purchasing from T-Rex Arms again. That was brutal, man. Not just the harassment stuff, but more importantly, in my opinion, the possibility that somebody's own family may have sold out their business underneath them through manipulation tactics, and that is just not something I can really support. This industry is nasty. If you think all these other companies that you're purchasing from, this is not a cope, but if you think they're all valiant, incredible companies with incredible people, you're just wrong. A massive portion of this industry in particular is bad. Bad owners, bad morals, really kind of just pieces of shit behind closed doors. So it doesn't feel great. I'm just telling you guys, a good majority of where you're putting your money is just not great. Now, the reason why I would go as far as to say that specifically with T-Rex Arms, why I don't want to give them my money again, is because it hurts a little bit more with a company like this. I really liked their company. I might not have agreed with a lot of the stuff that, you know, individuals in particular were saying all the time. But as far as the products, the way the company was set up, I really liked it. And I think that's why it just kind of stung a bit more to see something like this out of this company. And after that's out of the way, I'm going to review this. I'm going to talk about this, as I always would, about the pros and cons of each pouch with all of that stuff aside, and with each piece of this belt and why I went with it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like to discuss anything drama related on this channel. It's just like shockingly, ironically placed with this video, and I couldn't not discuss it because of obvious reasons of many people reaching to some conclusions. Enjoy. The T-Rex Arms Orion belt, I have been running this belt for an insane amount of time. My multicam belt is not going anywhere. I'm happy I picked up another one because not only am I not going to buy from the company again, but I don't know how long the company's going to be around after this, so I'm happy I bought this with a clear conscience before anything happened. The reason why I prefer a belt of this style. And what I mean of this style is a large rubberized outer belt and a semi-rigid inner belt. I live in an area with a climate that is 4 seasons. Really half of the year sometimes in a large parka Columbia jacket, and I have big raincoats and big comfy hoodies and large warm shit that I am wearing half the year. And I am not wearing high-speed combat fatigues at all times at the range. This new trend to go super tight and low profile on these battle belts makes no sense to me whatsoever. I want something that I can wrap over the top of my jacket or over the top of my hoodie. And it does help that I got a little bit of a donk on me from the gym, and my ass holds up the belt a little bit. If you didn't have that, obviously, I could see why maybe you would want something that goes through your actual pant loops. But in this case, the Orion does have additional straps that can go over a belt if you would want to run it in that way. But I've seen even really skinny guys love the Orion quite a bit. And again, if you're in a climate where you're not wearing tight, high-speed clothing at all times of the year, this is a great belt for that. Plate carriers, placards, chest rigs, all that stuff is really cool, but from a purely civilian, practical perspective, as I'm looking at a tomahawk, those items are rarely used in my collection. I am constantly, every single range day, using my battle belt, and I am using it to carry mags. I'm using it to carry staplers and things and additional ammunition to holster my pistol. I am using this at all times, and that is why a battle belt is so important to me. It is one of my most used and most worn pieces of kit as a civilian because of the range in particular that I go to. This is the M81 version of the Orion. It has changed slightly from the original variation that I have, just small changes. The buckle up here is now plastic instead of aluminum, and the inner belt of the Orion seems to be of a slightly less rigid material up in the longest portion of the belt here. So it is kind of floppy, and I haven't really, I'll be honest with you guys, I like the older variation a little better. This one, I don't know, it's still good, but the original pouches years ago were a little better in my opinion. Of course, I have some of the newer mechanics gloves. These are okay. I'm already ripping through them only after a few weeks, so we'll see on that. I have a Safariland duty holster for my TRP with X300, the model number if you care for the TRP. I have a True North Concepts MHA with the QLS system for the holster, running their M81 leg strap, and this is a little bit of a cool Easter egg, but an M81 MHA, very hard to find because there's really not any like it. Got that directly from my good friends at True North Concepts, and it's very cool. It does match the belt a lot. I've had no issues with the MHA whatsoever. Switched from the UBL a little over a year ago now, and I haven't really been back. I'm running this with a tech mount on the rear, so it's just a really quick adjustment system. When it comes to running the UBL, it's cool, but it's very much stuck on the belt. The MHA with the tech mount, I can just simply slap it on this belt. If I want to unclip the tech mount from the back, I can take it off and throw it on my regular pants belt and just slap it on there, and I have a duty rated holster immediately ready to go. So that's cool. The main reason why I wanted to do this video is for my melee weapon of choice for this belt, which is the RMJ Patriot Tomahawk. Tomahawks are still used in military applications even today. And I saw some of these things on battle belts in modern conflicts, and man, that just seemed like the absolute most savage, and there's no pun intended there, and cool thing when it came to any sort of a tool on a battle belt. I have an infatuation with Mel Gibson's The Patriot. And ever since I saw that scene, I wanted a pipe tomahawk. Now, I didn't just want any replica pipe tomahawk that's out there. I wanted one that's actually legit. And the RMJ Patriot tomahawk is quite legit. It is actually a pipe, so you can put any sort of material in there you want to smoke, and you do have the end of the pipe here. I believe it is a hickory handle, and this is a high carbon steel blade. Now, this blade is forged to modern day specifications and is unbelievably durable, can be used for throwing, chopping, fighting, anything you want to do. This thing came razor sharp, and unfortunately I put a freaking ding on the blade, but other than that, it was perfect out of box. You do have to keep it well lubricated, being high carbon steel, but it's just freaking badass. Am I going to use this at the range? I don't know, probably not. Maybe I'll do some throwing or something, but it's just cool. And from a practical perspective, you could use this for chopping wood, and holy hell, I would not want to get hit with a tomahawk of this sharpness, full force, to any extremity or any center mass hit. I am using the RMJ holder thing for the tomahawk. This is really cool. It's just a leather band and it holds the tomahawk really well. You could use some sort of retention system to keep this thing a little bit more firm, and I might look into that in the future. But come on, give me some cool points, okay, for having a freaking tomahawk on my battle belt. I have the Med H. I did just get their filler kit, and it is a very well thought out, well filled medical pouch. So that's what I went with for the IFAK in this. I originally wanted to go with a North American Rescue LE pouch, but they did not have any in the M81 coloring. And because I was getting the Orion, I'm like, I will just get it all set up in one. So that's what I'm running on the back. And it does have their kind of new version of these MOLLE straps in the back, and they're okay. I have questions of how well this is gonna hold its place on a belt over a lot of hard use, but only time will tell when it comes to that. Let me move my freaking savage tomahawk out of the way. God, I love that thing. T-Rex Arms dump pouch. This dump pouch has been fine. No concerns, questions there. I did move my retention strap because I forgot to get one of these, so I moved it from my old belt to my new belt. And I don't like the way that this MOLLE is on the dump pouch. This dump pouch gets very heavy, and I would have preferred the older style when it came to just Velcroing over the entire belt. That seemed like a much better option to me, but this does have now a newer like cover over the pouch. So yeah, that's pointless. I've never thought of a reason to have that, maybe in real world stuff, but at the range, I just want this like a big open pouch to put all my mags. But I have put an unbelievable amount of stuff in here, and where I found recently this really comes in handy is with shotgun shells. I just dump an entire box of 25 in here and it fits like perfectly. So this is a great pouch for that. The belt is semi-incomplete. Took off the taco pouches from my other Orion temporarily and put them on here. Taco pouches are my preference for a very specific reason. I'm a YouTube reviewer and I don't just shoot ARs. I am consistently bringing an insane amount of variety of guns to the range, from AR-10s to AKs to ARs to PCCs, a variety of different single stack, double stack pistols, and these pouches are incredible for that because I can fit a freaking AR-10 in there, I can fit an AK, 1911 Glock, whatever. It will fit in these pouches and I can just kind of adjust it from there. These are my preference. It was hard to find them in M81 and honestly they were unbelievably expensive. So like it was like $92 for their 3-mag pistol pouch. So just be ready for that going into it. But once I get those, the belt will finally be complete. I paid for all this. The only thing that was gifted to me was the MHA from True North. I don't know, that's gonna wrap this video up. Let me know what you guys think of this, and yeah, we will go from there. Put your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for more great content coming soon.